Okay, good morning, everybody. Hey, good morning, good morning. Oh, Jasper, don't do that. Come on. I put it there for a reason. You stop chewing the wire. You stop that right now. How dare you? Jasper already being a rascal this morning. Jasper, kitty, that's it. Now you're going to get a suplex. I've been saving up a suplex all day yesterday for you, and now it's time to deliver. It's going to be a twisting, spinning suplex, too. The whole floor is going to shake. Get away from there. Get away from this wire. Do I have to get your twisty? I think I have to get his twisty. Alright, that's it. I'm getting your twisty so that way you'll be distracted. Hold on. That's it. You forced my hand. It's twisty time. He's playing with the twisty. He loves it. He loves it. Oh, yes. He loves the twisty. Alright, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Welcome to, ladies and gentlemen, what is going to be my first official week, full YouTube streaming all this week, okay? So, this is going to be interesting to say the least. I don't know what's going to happen here. What I would hope for, this week is the following. Number one, a lot of people who used to watch me daily on Twitch start to move over and realize, hey, let's give it a shot. At least give it a shot, right? Because I understand there's a lot of differences between Twitch and YouTube, but I hope that people who are over there realize now, oh man, maybe I should go over and support Phil on YouTube because it looks like he's streaming there now. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I hope that we will work out bugs and issues that we have here because, let's be honest, again, moving to any new platform, there's going to be issues. There's going to be growing pains / things you need to get used to. And I'll be honest, YouTube is different than Twitch. My God, there's a lot of things that are different between YouTube and Twitch streaming. Namely, I'm sure you guys are noticing how different the chat is. Not to say that the chat is not usable or manageable. I think that my goal is over time, we will slowly make the chat better and slowly make it closer to what it was on Twitch. Okay? Now, this is going to come twofold. It's going to come from, number one, people moving over and getting used to the new chat interface and all of that. But also, it's going to be us weeding out the crap. We have to weed out the bad actors, the people that are here only to spam and say nasty, disgusting stuff. But also, you know, building a database of stuff, like building the commands on Nightbot, building in the words that are bad words that we want them to be auto-modded and stuff like that. There's a lot of work to be done, okay? But it will be done over time gradually, and I feel that this can work if we all work together and we're a little patient, all right? Now, first of all, I want to say thanks to all of you who are here and have been supporting the YouTube streams for the first day that I did it back on Sunday, all right? I know this came out of the blue. We all know what happened a month ago. I was kicked out of the Twitch Partner Program for no reason whatsoever, nothing justifiable, that's for sure. And I told you guys at that point that I would still be willing to stream on Twitch as long as I could get enough support via tips and patron pledges so that I could still make a living. And I knew that that was going to be a daunting task, okay? Not having other revenue sources like I had when I was in the partner program. You know, I did it for a month, and it was working out. I'll be honest with you. You guys were being supportive enough that it looked like I might have been able to do that. But, you know, then Twitch does this stupid thing, suspends me for saying a word I didn't say, and then undoes it. But it's just, that's enough, you know? That's enough for me to see that things have changed enough for the worse over on Twitch to get the hell out of there. Like, seriously, like, that's just, I get to that point, like, all right, that's it. That's the end for me, man. You know, I need a place where I can consistently come and stream and have a good time with you guys and not have to constantly worry about what's Twitch going to fuck up today, you know? Now, the good news is, even though it's a rocky start, admittedly, we got stuff working here. You know, within a day of me streaming here on YouTube, I feel we got the visual quality to a good mix. It's basically 1080p 60 frames per second, which I could not do over on Twitch at all. It wasn't even possible to do that on Twitch. Okay? I could do that here on YouTube, both in the videos on demand and the stream. Now, it's not perfect. There's definitely frame drops, I've noticed. Over time, maybe I'll find a way to tweak it even further. In fact, someone had even said there was a way to do it where you don't have to double encode in OBS, and I tried to do it, and it doesn't work. There's a drop-down option that apparently in OBS for recording says just use the same encoder and the same settings as the stream, But that option is grayed out for me in OBS for some odd reason. I can't even use it. I don't know if it's because I'm using an older version of OBS. I don't know if there's something weird about the encoding settings I'm using. I have no idea. Okay? I guess we'll have to see moving forward if I can find other ways to tweak it. But anyway, the way I'm doing it is 1080p, 60 frames per second, 8500 kilobits per second. And I've got it set to, I think it's like super fast or something like that encoding speed. So it takes enough load off of the processor of my computer that it doesn't cause constant frame crapping and constant choppiness. I played this with the Mass Effect stream on Sunday, and people seemed to think it was good. They were like, yeah, the combat was actually quite smooth. Maybe a few frame drops here or there, but for the most part, it was very entertaining and very good looking. Today will be a good test with Near Replicant. As you guys know, this game runs at full 60 frames on PS5 and has a lot of combat. So we're going to see with the combat of this game how the stream looks. And again, please give me your feedback. Let me know what you think of how the game looks and if I need to maybe tweak further or not. Let me know about volume levels. You know, we're working. It's a work in progress here. Okay? Now, one important thing that I realized is that a lot of the artwork that I have here on the streams is very outdated because it's artwork that all says Twitch, right? Take a look at the pre-stream artwork as it's running right now. You'll notice a lot of the artwork probably still says Twitch TV. I need to weed that stuff out. I don't want to be running ads for Twitch TV when I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Okay? So, if you were someone who made pre-stream artwork and it said Twitch, you might want to consider remaking that artwork with it saying YouTube instead. Okay? Now, in addition to that, maybe you just want to make some new artwork. That would be cool too. If you want to just make some new artwork for the stream that references my new YouTube streaming, that would be fine. I would accept that. I absolutely love that. So please consider it. All right? If you're someone who already made artwork or wants to make some new artwork to advertise the YouTube streams, I would be down for that. 3 slides already were remade by the same person who makes all the video thumbnails for me on YouTube. And that was very nice of them to do that because this is artwork that I really like. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog slide, a Mario slide for when I play Super Mario World, and there was one here that was actually a slide made by Yoshino Lover, and it's kind of more generic plugs, and he just changed it to, instead of saying Twitch, now it says YouTube. So that was really cool, and I hope that more people would do that as well. Again, you know, jump on and get with the hype of doing stuff on YouTube rather than on Twitch for now, okay? Now, here's the thing. This week will be a big test on the viability of streaming. Here it is. This is one of the slides right here that I'm talking about. This week will be a big test on the viability of full-time streaming on YouTube. Number one, I want to see, you know, quality-wise, is everything better? Are you guys liking the quality of the games that I'm playing now on YouTube now that it's been improved? Number two, are people converting over from Twitch to YouTube, right? Are they moving over? I hope they will. I hope everyone will at least give it a chance. I'm sure, as with all change, okay, not everyone's going to come along for the ride. I know that. I think that's sad because I don't want to lose anyone. That's what I told you. That's why I didn't want to leave Twitch to begin with, why I stayed there for a month without even being in the partner program. Okay? But the thing is, times change, and, you know, they forced my hand. What are you going to do? I stayed for a month, and then they still did bad things to me, and like, well, I'm out of there, you know? So, let's see what happens over the course of this week. This week is a jam-packed week full of streams. Basically, I'm continuing on with all of the new release runs that I'm working on, including Near Replicant, Returnal, and, hold on. What the? Jasper. Jasper is moving the door. He's running and walking into the door. Okay, so, Near Replicant, Returnal, and Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Those are the 3 main new release games that I'm playing. The night streams this week will be a balance between all the chill streams, including MLB The Show tonight, new Pokemon Snap tomorrow, Divinity Original Sin 2 returning to the streams this week, my Street Fighter Throwback stream on Friday. You know, good stuff coming up this week. Okay? So, good stuff. And, again, thank you guys. Now, please understand, there may be issues. This is the first full week that I'm streaming on YouTube. Already you notice the streams are starting a few minutes later. It's because every time I think I'm ready to go, I'm like, oh crap, wait, that's right. I'm doing this on YouTube. You got to do something different. You got to rename here. You got to click here. You got to click here. You guys may notice the chat is on slow mode. I have it on a 30-second slow mode, meaning you can only type once per 30 seconds. Trust me, this was done intentionally. With all amount of trolls that have been coming in here in the last couple of days, if people were able to type unlimited, this chat would be insanely flooded with trash, which is why I have it set to that. Hello, Habib Gaming. How are you? Now, wait a minute. I wonder if that's really Habib Gaming, because Habib Gaming was already here and had a different account, unless he changed his account name. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. But anyway, I mean, that's why I have it on the 30-second slow mode. Now, you may notice those who have become members of the channel no longer are affected by slow mode. If you become a member of the channel, that is negated. Okay? So, FYI, that's another benefit to becoming a member, which I didn't even realize until the other day someone said that. I was like, really? And now I can see that people who are members are able to talk a lot more. So that is true. If you're a member, you could talk more often. Okay? You're immune to the slow. Just another advantage, right? People are testing it right now. See, yep, it works. I told you. Everyone else is 30-second slow-mo. And by the way, I'm going to keep the 30-second slow-mo on for a while. We need to make sure that basically the chat is not full of spamming trolls before we take that off. Eventually, I probably will remove it. But for now, it makes sense to leave it on. Okay? Now, what's the difference between live and top chat? For what I'm to understand, if you click on live chat, that is the raw feed. That's exactly what you would have seen if you were on Twitch. It's every comment without exception. Top chat, I think it weeds out certain comments for some reason. I think what it is that they think that if you're a big enough streamer, if you have too many live chat comments, you'll never be able to see anything. But if you put it on top chat, then what happens is it's like members, and then it's like people who are regulars and stuff like that, I think, and it weeds out other comments, I believe. So I think that's what the difference is. If you put live chat, you'll see everything. Top chat, you'll see featured stuff. Makes it look like it's a little bit slower moving chat. So. Okay, so. I'm excited for this week. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to talk about the schedule in just a moment. We've got a good variety of stuff coming out. Now, before we get to that, let's talk about the future of support for the streams. Obviously, this is my job as well as my hobby, and I need support. So what's going on right now? Well, there's many ways you can now support my streams on YouTube, because now we've got everything functional. First of all, you could tip me. Tipping is the preferred way to contribute right now. Reason being, even though there's other ways to contribute, I will not see any positive benefit from what you guys are doing otherwise until the end of June. So I need to pay my bills between now and the end of June. You know, we got a few bills coming up the rest of this month. Then in early June, that's when a lot of the big bills clear. Of course, I got my next mortgage payment. So I need tips to pay all that stuff. It's the only income I'm going to have that's going to allow me to pay that stuff. Okay? Keep in mind, there will be no residual Twitch payment next month to help me through. It's got to be all based on tips. So, how do you tip me? You can type !tip into the stream chat, or in the description of this stream, there's a link to my tips page. Okay? You can become a member of the channel. It is now enabled to become a member. Alright? It's the same as subbing on Twitch, essentially. The difference is the pricing is different. It's actually cheaper to subscribe here than it was to subscribe on Twitch. And I get a bigger cut of those subscriptions. What do you get when you become a member to my channel? Number one, access to emotes. Right now, we have 12 emotes. But there will be more that will become available as more people join. The more people join, the more unlock, and then everyone benefits, you see? So that's number one. Number two, as I just discussed, you will not have to be affected by the slow-mo. You'll be able to talk as much as you want. Okay? And then number three, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, and your name will be highlighted in the stream chat. Now, everyone's going to start off at the same level of bronze crown, but I believe at the 2-month level, it'll go to silver. At the 3-month level, it goes to gold. 6 months, it's gold with rubies and diamonds encrusted in it. At 1 year, I believe it becomes the old school regal crown we had, and then at 2 years, I think I've got it going to like the diamond crown. Now, that's all that YouTube does. YouTube doesn't do 3-4 years or anything yet. Maybe they will eventually, and then I could add more levels. But I figured, hey, let's just get all the crowns in there right away. Okay? So you guys are going to see, excuse me. Yes, I'm still affected by allergies. I already took an allergy pill. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still bothering me. So anyway, yeah, those are the benefits, okay? As for advertisements running on these streams, I know that I have ads enabled, and I think when the stream starts, it plays an ad, but I have no idea how I would run an ad during the stream. It's not like on Twitch where there was a button to do it. I actually have no actual knowledge of how to do it. Maybe you can run ads during a break, but I don't know how to do it here. I don't see a button for it, nothing. Now, in regards to the memberships, there's 3 levels: standard supporter, super supporter, and ultra supporter, okay? There's no difference between the levels. I just want to make this very clear. They're identical for now. Maybe later on, I'll figure out a way to add more rewards for the higher level supporters, but much like how there were different levels of support over on Twitch, they're all the same here. The difference is that it's the amount that it costs. The standard supporter's $3.99, $3.99 a month. The super supporter's $10 a month, and then the ultra supporter's $20. The difference is I make 70% of everything. So I'm making more on your subscription here than I was over on Twitch. That's just the revenue share on YouTube is much better than it was on Twitch, which is pretty cool. Okay? Still in Shadows, the membership link isn't working. What membership link are you clicking? Because I updated it. Originally it was broken, but I did fix it. So I don't know which membership link you're trying to use, Stealth and Shadows. Obviously people are using it because it's working. People are joining the membership right now. I just don't know where you're using it. I mean, there's many ways you could join. There should be a join button on the channel. There should be, if you type !membership, it should pop up in the stream chat. And then in the description of the video, there should be a link too. If you're saying it's the one in the description of the video, that one still might be broken. Yeah, you may have to use the one either on the page itself or in the command. I fixed the command. I know I did. There it is. There's the command. Can you guys click on that and see if that works? Because I fixed it. It was, for some reason, it was cutting off, and it wasn't giving the full link, so I fixed the command, but I guess maybe I didn't fix the description of the video. Yeah, Stealthy Kupo, important to note, Stealthy Kupo says, well, the Ultra membership is 20 pounds for me, which is $28. Yes, it's dependent on where you are in the world. The pricing is going to be different depending on where you are in the world. If you're in America, it's $4, $10, $20, but of course, where you are in the world will adjust that pricing. So, okay. Why is my water leaking? The heck? I went to take a sip of my water and it kind of went everywhere. I think I just had too much. Yeah, it was up top. Okay. I don't think it's leaking or anything. Better not be. This is a good thermos. I don't want this shit leaking everywhere. Okay. Alright, so, number one, please tip me. The tip goals are still in effect. $50 raised. I put on the Gunner glasses, $100 I put on a vest, and I'm still trying to raise $200 a stream. Even though you'll have trolls coming in here saying, oh, Phil, you should lower your tips goals. No, I'm not getting any benefit from any other source of income until late June. I need to make as much as possible in tips to pay everything I need to pay until late June. When late June hits next month, things will be good. I'll be getting paid for all this revenue from the YouTube streams. But we got a ways to go. We got a month to wait. So for a month, it's got to be all about the tips. All right? I hope you understand that. That's why we got to stay focused on the tips so I can make ends meet and get through the next month. Then we'll be good to go with everything else. Okay? You could join as a member. You get many benefits just like subbing to Twitch used to be. Okay? Now, the third way you can contribute is Super Chats. How do Super Chats work? Well, essentially, they're kind of like how it used to be with bits on Twitch. With bits on Twitch, I believe you had to buy the bits ahead of time, and then you could just cheer bits towards a streamer. That's not how it works here. Here, it's kind of like sending any kind of a donation or a contribution where you pick the level of contribution you want, and you could send it live during the stream. Now, the way it works is depending on the size, you'll get a pop-up on the stream that'll be featured at the top of the stream. I think it's like, I want to say it's like, if it's under $10, no, I think it's like, if it's under $5, it only shows up for like maybe 30 seconds. If it's like $5 or less, then it's like, or $5 or more, then it ends up being like a minute. For like a $10, I think that shows up for quite a while, like maybe like 2-3 minutes. and then for like it just keeps increasing. Like every time it doubles, I think. So like there's like a $20 level. Someone did a $200 super chat the other day. Apparently, they show up for an hour per 100. So, for example, this guy did a $200 super chat, and it showed up for the entirety of the stream. It was highlighted at the top of the stream. Now, I don't have any control over that. All right? I just want to be honest with you. I have no control over super chats at all. I can't set it up like I used to with Twitch, with bits. There's no control. I can't track it. I can't limit it. That is all done by YouTube behind the scenes. It doesn't seem like I have any way to do anything about it. Either they're enabled or they're not. And once they're enabled, that's that. Okay? Yeah. So just so you know. Now, I'm just trying to think, like, is there any way that I could track it? I tried tracking memberships and super chats in Stream Elements, and it did not work at all. It completely crapped out after like a minute. So I couldn't have them pop up on the screen or work. Now, I've been recommended maybe I should go back using Streamlabs just for YouTube streaming. Instead of caring about the tips, maybe I could have the tips still go through Stream Elements and have everything else go through Streamlabs. Then I would have a dual pop-up set up on the stream. Because you may notice, right now for Super Chats and memberships, there's no pop-ups on the screen. The only pop-ups right now are tips. Seems like that's the only thing I can really get to work right now. Long term, then maybe I would enable pop-ups for the other things. But for now, it's just tips, all right? So I totally appreciate if you become a member of this channel or if you do a super chat. Those things are very, very helpful. But please understand, I don't have the ability to really do much with them right now. And my focus right now is still tips. I need for the next month, tips are what's going to pay everything for me. So please consider tipping if you can. That's the best way to contribute to the streams. All right. But thanks for everything else. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to cover before we move on. I guess let's do the schedule. Because it's getting late. I didn't even do the schedule yet. So today's schedule. Today's main gameplay stream right now is the continuation of Nier Replicant, the B-side run, where we are running through a second time. And as we go through the story, we're trying to gather as many of the weapons as we can. Because you need to get all the weapons, all 30 of them, in order to see the C and D endings. Which are the two other endings that are very interesting, apparently. We already have seen many different choices and different things in the story. And we're continuing to get additional story as we play through. We just beat the haunted ship mission. And now we're going to move on. I think what's going to happen is it's probably going to unlock... I can't remember. I think we already did the Forest of Myth. So I think it's now going to unlock the wedding over in Facade. But of course, we know what happens with that. And after that, there's 2 optional missions that will open up that we need to complete. And those will each give us an optional weapon. And then I think it's just about buying up the rest of the weapons and or collecting weapons till the end of the game, and then beating the game and seeing the B-side ending, and then starting the C or D run, which is essentially just turboing through it and skipping everything until you get to the end to get the alternate ending. So we'll see how far we get today. I don't know how far we're going to get. For those of you who've been helping me all along, thank you. I'll be honest with you guys, there's 1 or 2 people in particular who are helping me with the Nier Replicant runs, and I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know if they're going to come over from Twitch or not. Like Oro Turtle, they were helping me directly every single stream with this run, and I don't know if they're going to come by today or not, and that's kind of frustrating. Because obviously I want it to do well, I want to do the run properly, but I hopefully they'll come over, you know. And same thing, this is a concern for me. There was a few people who were supporting me on Twitch specifically, and I don't know if they're going to come over or not. To YouTube, and that would be disappointing, especially for some people who have been regular supporters of mine. So I guess we're gonna find out sooner rather than later. You know, since today I'm full-time streaming on YouTube, I guess we're gonna see what happens, right? Now what happened here? Wait a minute. Oh wait, never mind. There it is. I thought, because I have an email here with a bunch of tips for Nier Replicant. I was like, where the hell did it go? There it is. I was going to say, oh God, don't tell me you got deleted because I need that for help today. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Does YouTube accept animated emotes and emojis? Ask Moria. Honestly, I don't know. I could try it, but I didn't try it, so I don't know if they animate or not. That would be more for people who watch YouTube streams to answer. I don't know if it could do animated or not. It'd be cool if you could, but I don't know if they work. Okay. Anyway, so let's continue with the schedule. Nier Replicant right now on the stream. I'm very curious to see how this looks. I can't wait to hear your feedback on how it looks with the improved frame rate, improved resolution, and bit rate. Hopefully this looks really good today. Tonight's late stream is the return of MLB The Show 21, a late night chill stream. I did not get to play this last week because we were finishing up Resident Evil Village. But now MLB will continue tonight. And this is going to be a very interactive stream. It's more about us chilling and talking and hanging out than really focusing in on the gameplay. Oh, no. Han Solo says, do I have the option to enable super stickers? I didn't know what they were, so I didn't enable anything about them. Apparently, he says super stickers are a way that you can have these cool animations play on stream, and you can add a contribution to it so that it helps the streamer. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know what the hell a super sticker was. I never heard of it. So I didn't touch it. All right, if you think it would be beneficial, maybe we could try them out. I guess so. I guess we'll try today. We'll see what happens. These super stickers. Maybe later today I'll enable them for the second stream, for the MLB stream, and see what the hell those are, right? Okay, thank you, Han Solo. And by the way, Han Solo, though, has been helping me a lot trying to figure this shit out. There's so much shit going on. You know, I don't understand the difference between these things, and he's trying to help me with everything, so thank you for the help, man. Okay, so today it's Nier Replicant and MLB. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it will be the continuation of Returnal. Yes, I'm going to actually try to do a real stream of Returnal. Last time around didn't go so well with Twitch kicking me off the site for no fucking reason. So we're going to try to actually beat the 3rd level this time around tomorrow. Tomorrow night's late stream will be new Pokemon Snap. Continuing on with the gameplay through. I believe we are currently we're in the desert, but I think we've unlocked the volcano, and I did one quick run through the volcano, but I didn't do much else. So we got to do more runs of that and unlock more. So that's coming up tomorrow night. On Thursday, we return back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I'm very excited for because not only am I really enjoying the run, but I'm liking the improved visuals and everything. And this time around, we won't have technical difficulties. We'll be able to get a full 3 or more hours in of gameplay. And we're going to be doing... I don't know if we'll be doing side content or if we'll be doing, like, go to Pharos or go to Novaria. Maybe we will just go right to one of the major story areas. Maybe we'll go to Pharos. I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyway, yes, that's Thursday. And Thursday night, it's the return of Divinity Original Sin 2. Have not played it in a couple of weeks. I will be giving it a stream on Thursday night. All right? Then on Friday. Friday will be the continuation of Nier Replicant, my next stream. And then Friday night will be my throwback Street Fighter stream for the week. Okay? So good stuff coming up. Now, by the way, after speaking with my wife and everything, we've determined that my next day off, our day off together, will be Monday of next week. So that means I will be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 6 straight days of streaming, guys, here on YouTube. I hope that sounds good. It's just going to basically be all the continuation of all these games, plus late night chill streams. Okay? Sound good? All right. Now, next week, there's 2 possible new games, and I don't know if I want to play either of them. All right? The first game is Biomutant, which when I heard someone describe it to me, it was like, what in the holy hell is that? It was, what do you call it? It's a kung fu game, but it has guns, and it's a bunch of mutants, but it's also an RPG. Like, what? I don't understand what the fuck Biomutant is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys want to see me play it or not. At the same time, there's a game called Miitopia, and people are saying that Miitopia is going to be neat because you can make all these different Miis or download Miis and then have an RPG with these Miis that are representative of like real-life people. Like, you guys remember when I used to play, I probably don't, Tomodachi Life. I think I played this in like 2015, okay? This was a game where you were on an island with a bunch of people you created, so I had people like Ryan Reynolds and shit in there, and they're dancing around doing stupid daily things. Excuse me. I guess you could do the same thing with Miitopia. So I'm curious if people would be be interested in a game like that or not, where it's kind of silly. You make these own customized characters and all of that. I don't know. But I guess we shall see. Next week, I think I should play something new. I just don't know what to play. I don't know if it should be Biomutant or Miitopia or one or both. I'm, you know, could think about it. Okay? So let me know. Seriously, over the course of this, week, think about what you want next week. And we'll talk about it over the course of the week, and we'll go from there. Also, over the course of this week, any suggestions for improvement? Any things you guys think I could implement that I'm not implementing yet here on the YouTube streaming? Let me know. All right, now, there's 2 events coming up. I know, with all this going on with the YouTube streaming, you may have forgotten, we have 2 different events coming up. First of all, the last week of May, it's the return of my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. This is where you guys ask questions, and I answer them live here on stream. And the best way for you to actually ask questions would be to ask them on my forum. So you can do that right now. If you type !Ask the King into the stream chat, a command will populate. You'll be able to go to my forums with a link and post up your questions. Okay? Now, many people became patrons of mine over the course of this month to try to help out with the fact that I had lost my partnership on Twitch. FYI, as of this morning, I processed 4 upgrades of people who wanted me to upgrade their forum accounts. I believe those people are going to be posting up questions to be answered on Ask the King because they pledged enough to earn that right. Okay? So FYI, all that's been processed as of this morning. If you are someone who pledged to my Patreon and still waiting for a forum upgrade or whatever, to my knowledge, it's all processed, so please let me know. Email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com if you feel that you didn't get your upgrade yet, all right? But anyway, please post up questions for Ask the King. The more questions I get, the better the show is, all right? And I'm excited for that near the end of this month. I love answering your questions, and that's more of a laid-back show where I just talk rather than play games, okay? Now, in addition to that, there is an upcoming retro replay event where you guys have nominated a certain amount of games, enough that they are now in a poll to determine what will be the game played for retro replay event. The games are Fallout New Vegas, God of War 3, Alan Wake, Resident Evil 6, Jasper Kitty. No, Jasper Kitty is not. Sorry, he distracted me. Hold on, I need to get the list because I've now forgotten the other games. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Okay, let's try this again. So the games are as follows. The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, Uncharted 2, God of War 3, Fallout New Vegas, Ninja Gaiden on the NES, Alan Wake, and Resident Evil 6. All of these games, I feel there's a good reason for me to be replaying them. You know, one of them being unfinished, Ninja Gaiden. The rest of them all really epic playthroughs that I did over the years, that if I replayed them in the modern era, they probably would be a lot of fun. Especially with my modernized capture setup, my modernized streaming. They would all probably be really enjoyable playthroughs. Okay? So, please consider voting by typing !retro replay into the stream chat. Your votes matter. Please keep voting. Those votes will be going for at least another week. Then I will determine the winner of this poll, and the winner was going to become a full playthrough. First, we're going to do a special celebratory marathon event where I play a game for a very lengthy session, probably 7 to 8 hours, just like I did with Mass Effect Legendary Edition this past Friday. We're going to do the same exact thing with one of these games, either very near the end of the month or very early in the month of June, okay? Then that game will become a regular playthrough that will hit my regular schedule. So I'm curious. I don't know what the voting is doing. This has been live for a few days now, but I haven't really mentioned it that much because of me adjusting to YouTube streaming. It was kind of an afterthought. So I don't know how the voting's going. We'll see. I guess I'll have to see what you guys have been voting on. And I'm excited. I'm excited to play. I would be happy replaying any of those games. They're all exceptional games. All right. So anyway, thank you. Please post up your questions for Ask the King. And please vote for the upcoming retro replay event. Sounds good? Okay. So let's do some shout-outs. From what I'm to understand, I have a queue here. And this queue should update with your contributions. Let's see here if this worked or not. So I got a lot. Here we go. Wait a minute. How do I do this? Here we go. So, Liza Versol did a super chat, said, I'm your biggest fan. Emily did a super chat, said, big ups to Boy Spider-Man, make my dreams come true. Soul Potato 07 became a new supporter. Carl did a $2 super chat, said, glad you're hanging in there. Liza Versol upgraded his support to now be an ultra supporter. Thank you for that. Parasolo became a standard supporter. Yak Almighty became a standard supporter. And Liza Versol did another super chat. So thank you guys. Apparently I did find a queue here that is actually tracking all of your contributions during the live stream via YouTube. And I'm going to be reading those out when I get a chance. Okay? Now, here's the thing. And there's one thing that people have asked for that I don't think I can implement at all. People are saying, gee, Phil, can't you do Chop Super Chatter, much like you used to do over on Twitch? The answer is no. And the reason I can't do that is because Super Chats come in all denominations. I mean, not only American dollars, but Canadian, pounds, euros. I saw some Asian currency the other day. I don't even know what it was. And I was like, I have no clue how much this is. And people translated on Google and they were like, oh, it's like $5. I was like, oh, okay. But there's no way to tell the comparison of size of Super Chats because they could come in at any currency at all. And there's no way to tell then. You know, that kind of sucks. I admittedly, it would be nice if we could do, the biggest Super Chat of the day. There doesn't seem to be a way to do that. Unless there's a third-party application or something that will track it. But I can't, just using the basic tools of YouTube, it doesn't seem possible. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I've been asked, is there a way to track total members of the stream? Yes, but again, I don't think that it's a live thing that can be tracked. I think that it's in like a sub menu. Like, for example, right now, if I go into the monetization tab of my YouTube studio and I open the monetization tab of the YouTube studio and then I go to a tab that says memberships and I click on it. All right. And by the way, this is all slow and takes forever to load. I go over, I scroll over, and now I think it's telling me I have 57 standard supporters, 6 super supporters, and 9 ultra supporters. So that would be like 72 members, roughly, I want to say. But you see what I'm saying? Like, there's no running tally anywhere from what I can see. Unlike Twitch, where right on your dashboard, when you were broadcasting on Twitch, it would actually say, here's the number of supporters you have. I don't see that anywhere here. I could be wrong. Again, maybe it's because I'm a noob to YouTube streaming. And the truth is, these things didn't even exist back when I was streaming on YouTube many years ago. Remember, I was streaming on YouTube from 2014 to 2016. None of what I'm mentioning existed there. So this is all different shit, and I'm trying to learn on the fly. But I don't see it listed anywhere on the streaming dashboard or anything about like how many members or whatever you have. So maybe what I could essentially do is at the end of every stream, I could take a look and say, oh, here's how many members we currently have. But it doesn't seem like there's a way I could really do it live like I used to do on Twitch. It just doesn't seem viable. So for now, here's the thing. For now, the most important thing is tips, which, by the way, I'm about to give a shout out to a couple people who've tipped me. The most important thing for me right now is tips. Tips are the only thing that are going to get me through the next month until I actually start getting revenue off of YouTube in late June. So, if you really like the streams, please tip me. I know there's many people who are just, they're using the memberships and they're doing a bunch of super chats. I appreciate that. That will help me long term. But it's the short term stuff that's more important right now. Okay? Maybe over the course of the next month, we'll find solutions to these things and I'll be able to implement and track them. But for now, the focus is definitely tipping. Okay? Fair enough. And by the way, Life for Soul just did 2 more super chats. In one of them, he says, why not get a Mario Party game and play with your Ultra supporters? And then he says, maybe try out a co-op survival game like The Forest. I would protect you with my life. Currently, there are no plans to do any co-op. As I told you guys before, sadly, trolls usually try to ruin those events. Right now, I just want to get this consistently working. I'm not saying I won't. Let me say it this way. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. I'm saying right now it's not something I'm planning on doing short term. Okay? So thank you, Life for Soul, for the support. Alright, now. Shout out to the villain who tipped me $5 and says, are you going to make a member account? I just Wow. I guess I'm psychic. I didn't even see this message before, but I guess the answer is no, I can't right now, right? I'd like to, but I don't see a way to do it properly. I don't see a running tally anywhere besides in a menu within a menu. So maybe we can get that working eventually, but I don't know anything about that right now. Okay. Andre the DJ has tipped me $19.80. As today marks 41 years since Mount St. Helens erupted. Prayers to those that lost loved ones that day. Yes, 41 years ago, 1980, before I was born, Mount St. Helens, which is it was a dormant volcano here in Washington State, unexpectedly erupted. People were not expecting it. It took them by complete surprise. Some people did die, sadly. My aunt used to, live here at that time of her life, and she said the entire state was covered in ash, that this volcano had erupted and it disrupted things so much that ash was everywhere, and she actually had kept ash. She kept it in like a jar as like a remnant of what had happened, and, showed it to family members and stuff over the years. Here's actual volcanic ash, Since then, there's been zero volcanic activity here, which is obviously good. But, yeah, it surprised everybody. So thank you, Andre the DJ. That is the biggest tip of the day. So you get up on the leaderboard not only as the latest tipper, but I will put you up as the biggest tipper as well. $19. Thank you, sir. Oops. Thank you, sir. All right. Now, I seriously hope that the people who were watching the near replicant streams over on YouTube over on Twitch will jump over to YouTube. I hope they even realize what's going on, Like I said, Oro Turtle was directly, on a daily basis, helping me with this. I hope he comes over. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out today. All right. So, outside of all that, that's it. I've shouted out everything. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything else you'd like to talk about? Before we take our little brief break and everything. Let's see. Stealthy Kubo says, when you get all the fragments and you talk to Popola, a new quest opens in the Forest of Myth and I should check it out. I believe that's supposed to be supplementary story. I will. Please remind me then. Because I don't know if we're going to get that far today. Because I know we still have the wedding, which means then we have to go fight the wolves. There's 2 side quests that open up after the wedding that you need to do to get 2 optional weapons that are needed for the optional endings. And I'm trying to remember the order of events. There's at least one more other major story thing, isn't there, that I have to do? Maybe I'm mistaken, but I think there was one more. And then after that, then you go to the finale. So, but yeah, please remind me. I obviously want to see all this stuff. Lies vs. Soul, thanks for the super chat. I am not going to comment about the war in Gaza, except this. War sucks ass. The fact that the human race cannot get along with each other and constantly are still at each other's throats and actually actively murdering each other for things that are like thousands of years old is pretty ridiculous in my opinion. Again, I'm not informed on the subject, nor am I making any formal political statement. I'll just say a war sucks shit. And the fact that there are people on the other side of the world murdering each other right now is pretty fucked up. Wish that we could have a peaceful resolution, but apparently people, sadly, are not capable of just doing things in a civilized manner. So we just got to slaughter each other, which is fucked up. And I do hope that for the best for everyone over there, that no one ever gets hurt, and that there is some kind of resolution soon, because it's pretty messed up what's happening. And that's that. That's all I have to say on the subject. At all. I don't know anything else about it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. There you go. Yeah, and that's true. So Lieutenant MZ Dam says about territory, religion is just a disguise. I hate to say this. So many times humanity over the years has always hidden their true intentions behind shit. I remember when I was younger, 9/11 happened, right? And all of a sudden, we're in the Middle East overthrowing a regime that we have no actual evidence had anything to do with 9/11. Huh? And of course the justification is, oh, this is because of terrorism. Like, dude, what? Like, why are we doing, what does this have to do with what just happened? This is what I mean. People do this all the time. They fucking justify stuff and make shit up, and then it's all about money. It's all about selfishness. It's all about power. They always pretend like there's some kind of fucking amazing, lofty agenda. Oh, we're doing what's right. We're doing what's morally right. No, you're doing what's in your best interest of money. Let's face it. And I absolutely hate that shit. But I digress. We're not going to talk about that. All right. That's enough of that out of me. Okay. No, this is not the actual Dark Side Phil or DSPGaming channel. This is actually just a bootleg channel. I am the fake DSP. I am the one who took over. Well, those of you may not know, the real DSP died years ago. Yeah, I'm the replacement. They hired me. I'm a doppelganger. They hired me. They found me on the street. They said, wow, you look just like DSP. You got to take over, man. So they hired me to become a body double and keep on the legacy and the business going, even though the real DSP died years ago. Did you guys know that? I bet you guys didn't know that. See? That explains a lot, doesn't it? Yoshino Lover says, I'll make some fan art soon. Thank you, Yoshino Lover. I would appreciate some new fan art. Yeah, there is a one news story that a lot of people were worried about. So, Warner Brothers Media essentially merged with AT&T to make a giant conglomerate group. And when they did that, the announcement came out that WB Games, or Warner Brothers Games, who are responsible for such studios as Rocksteady, you know, the Batman Arkham trilogy, and they're making a new game now, among other things, is breaking up. And now no one knows what the hell the future is for games out of the WB Games studios because of this big thing that just happened. Sucks. WB Games has made some really good games over the years. And I hope that studio continues to prosper. Especially Rocksteady, who, again, they were making a new AAA release. It wasn't a Batman game, supposedly. They were working on something else, and we don't even know what it was. And now we have no idea what's going on because they may be getting broken up out of nowhere because of this big corporate move. I guess we'll find out what happens with that. The other news is Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to have a next-gen version on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X, coming out in November. All new overhauled graphics. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Theft Auto Online. Yes. Oh, roll in the microtransaction dough. Give me your microtransactions. Please, for the 40 millionth time, rebuy all of your stupid houses, outfits, and cars in Grand Theft Auto Online. Give me your monies. Again and again and again. Keep giving me the monies. Oh my god. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. Will I be replaying Grand Theft Auto 5 again? I would say, I told you guys that I would consider replaying Grand Theft Auto 5 when we finally get information about the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, right? So if we get information and say, oh, guess what? GTA 6 may be coming in the next 1 to 2 years, and now there's concrete information about it, and concrete information is given over E3 or maybe over the summer, then I would consider actually replaying GTA 5, and yeah, I likely would probably play on the more modern version, right? Why not play the most modernized version of it? But I'm not going to rebuy it and play it unless there's a reason to. And I'm certainly not playing GTA Online. Fuck no. So, I guess we'll see. But it's funny because a lot of people were expecting there was going to be information about GTA 6, and then today's announcement was about GTA 5 coming out yet again, and people were like, pfft. Yoshino Lover, isn't Arkham Knight not being made by Rocksteady? That's being made by the other studio. That's being made by the studio that made Batman Arkham Origins, which was the prequel game, and that is not Rocksteady. That's somebody else. So that game, I guess, may still be getting made, but I think that's still under WB Games, so who knows what's going on with that, right? Right? I think so. Alright, I'm just going to say this, Uncle Varg. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you keep spamming the chat with that, you're not going to be here much longer. No one knows what you're talking about. No one cares. There's a reason why I'm not addressing it, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Habib Gaming asks, how was my day off? My day off was good. Yesterday, it was actually nice and cloudy and rainy, so the weather was actually cool. during our day out, which was nice. We like having a cool day when we're out and about. We had a lot to do. Another very active, busy day for us, but it was a good day. We had a good time. So, yeah, it was a good time all around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the break. What I'm going to do during the break is get set up here. I hope you guys will join me after the break for the continuation of the Nier Replicant B-side run. All right, good stuff. I will see you all after said break. Thank you. Let's take an opportunity now. Grab a drink or a snack. Use the restroom. Do whatever it is you need to do. I shall return with Nier Replicant in a few. Thank you guys, and see you then.